Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. And I don't know, like, how do you feel about the whole Dak thing? I mean, I'm sure you guys have like talked about this, but like,
I don't think we actually have.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So with Andy Dalton going there, I mean, do you think that's a power move by Jerry Jones to say sign the contract, or we have a guy that we know can play?
I don't think so. I think they're going to get his deal done. I think they haven't had a good backup quarterback in years. And from everything I read, I mean, he's only making $900,000 more than their backup was last year.
Yeah. What the contract number from, I think what I heard is he wants to try and cash in twice, right? So he wants to he's trying to kind of set the market up. So what he wants is, I think that the boys want 5 years and whatever the number is. Mm-hmm. And what Dak wants is 4 and then the same number that they're offering him at 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then his contract will run out after Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson both get paid. And then he can, basically go back and So, I mean, I don't think it's a power move, but I think that it's kind of a
backup.
The Cowboys letting them know, like, it's hard to say, dude, because it's so much money. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to handcuff your team like that. And that's kind of what the big thing is going on with Mahomes right now, and everybody's kind of waiting to see what he does with that. And I've said it for a long time. I hope he takes, the Tom Brady approach. And I think that you can already kind of see the way he acts and the way he interviews and the way he talks. Like, he's more of a legacy guy himself.
Right.
So, and he understands that, he make less money on the field, but off the field. I mean, he's a more marketable guy than, a pretty white guy Tom Brady is,
Yeah.
So,
well, on top of that, too, you have like a coach that's great for marketing, is Andy Reid. Reid is like a player's coach. Yeah. And on top of that, too, like the media loves Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Like, the dude, he's a good interview.
And I think that, too, like you bringing that up, that's a big part of the whole negotiation and everything with it is the whole perception of Jerry Jones and the Cowboys with it. They kind of are an evil empire in the NFL. You either love them or you hate them.
Right.
There's not many people who are just, it's the Cowboys.
Right.
I feel exactly that way. I think they're pretty irrelevant. I'll be honest. Like, for a while.
I don't know. I think if
like 10 years, they've been pretty irrelevant.
But I think if you look at, they're still the number one, like, valued franchise in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're like the number one valued sports team in America.
If you took because the Patriots, even around here, were on TV less than the Cowboys during all of that. But what I'm saying is, like, if you took those TV spots from Green Bay and Dallas and you put in, the Seahawks, and maybe not the Seahawks, but
people hate the Seahawks too, though. I think Seahawks are a team that people don't like because of the personalities on the field of Richard Sherman. People don't like Richard Sherman.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, I think it's just like the Pete Carroll effect is because USC it transferred over, and it's like, it's that guy. He's going to this team, and who's the people that he's going to get, and they got like a lot of boisterous people. And I like the Seahawks. I love Russell Wilson. I really
enjoy him too.
I love Marshawn Lynch. Like, those guys they're fun to watch. They're great personalities to watch, and just hear like their stories. Like, what do they do now? What team did Marshawn Lynch grab his nuts on this time or whatever, like, it's fun. But, with the Cowboys, they have that marketability too. I think the Seahawks, they're a fun story to hear about, but now they're kind of disbanded. But Jerry Jones is the Cowboys, and then you hear that name, and it's like, well, what 18-year-old is Jerry Jones hanging out with now? And, what salacious scandal can we get from the Cowboys? Like you were saying, it's either you love them or you hate them. And they're a team that, they weren't really relevant for that long, but they're in a division where it's kind of, there's one team that's really good, but the East, I mean, how many times has a 9-7 team like made it to the playoffs? So the Cowboys were in the hunt the entire time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're very true. And then they always seem to have a larger than life character on the team. I mean, you look back and it's Michael Irvin, it's Deion Sanders, it's Dez Bryant. It's going to Pac-Man Jones when all that happened with him and they signed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just
those are kind of the same personalities you just brought up with the Seahawks.
Yeah, and that's why you either love the Cowboys or you hate them.
Right.
I mean, I don't hate any team just because they talk. Anyway,
I'm not just saying you personally, like as a whole, as a whole, that's why they get so many ratings, and that's why every Monday after Dallas plays Sunday, if they win or lose, it's one of the bigger talking points on the NFL shows. Doesn't matter who they play,
right?
It's going to be talked about.
I mean, even look at I mean, the Packers were there for a little bit where they were like drawing really well. Their numbers still really great.
TV here.
Yeah,
they're always on TV around here.
Yeah, they're drawing pretty well and all that, but they don't have. I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers, but you don't have that secondary character. It was like the beef between Rodgers and Favre, who was better than Rodgers and McCarthy. But there was never really. Even Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem like that over the top person, over the character. Like Tony Romo, I felt has more. There was more character there, and Aaron Rodgers has a lot of character. I'm not talking shit about that, but just in when you look at it, Tony Romo is can he win? Can he do this? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he, consistent? Can he win a playoff game? There's more storylines, I feel with the Cowboys than there are the Packers and even the Patriots, because the Patriots, what's your storyline going to be? It's going to be Bill Belichick not talking to the media. What did he say this time?
Maybe that's a good point.
What didn't he say? And then it was also, there was that stretch where it was, hey, who's Tony Romo dating now? Is it Carrie Underwood? Is it Jessica Simpson? Right. Oh, Miles Austin is dating Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
And I mean, stuff like that, it follows the Cowboys more than any other team in the NFL.
Well, maybe I think that's a good point that Matt brought up. Maybe their mediocrity through the 2000s is kind of helped them because there's so many different ways you can view them. Yeah. There is that not necessarily love or hate, but do they suck or are they good?
Yeah.
That's a good point. So,
and then it's to your point too. I was just thinking, they're always going to have that secondary person there because it's Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
he's not a player, so he's not going anywhere.
Right.
You look at other teams, and there's a chance that secondary player is gone. The Patriots, Tom Brady is gone, so it's not Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. It's Bill Belichick.
Right.
It's always going to be Jerry Jones. He's always there. So.
Yep. And that's the big thing is the characters that are around him that really pull people in and keep you interested, because that's what you're looking for is the storylines. And I'm a Bears fan, and they haven't been they have random times where they come up and they're big and whatever, they get blown up. But other than the 85 Bears, what storylines are you going to talk about? You talked about Devin Hester for a long time, one of the greatest kick returner of all time. Yes. And we had Brian Urlacher at that time too, but then
one of the best linebackers,
yeah. But since then, I mean, you had Cutler. Is Cutler good? Is Cutler bad?
Cutler's just a character.
And I love Cutler too. Cutler's my guy. I write down. He's got that asshole mentality where I'm just I feel you, dude. You got your ass kicked and you kept getting up.
Dude, Brandon Marshall was super good too.
Yeah, he was good. But then the fallout happens with him where he just. He's good. He just kind of knows, hey, I'm here. It's a new team. This isn't my team. I'm going to fit in. I'm going to do good. I'm going to have that really good year. And then the next year, it's oh, this is my team now. I had the most numbers. I did all this stuff. And, now Alshon Jeffrey's trying to step to me. I'm just going to be a fucking dick.
You know what it is? It's the fucking Cowboys. We go on stupid ass tangents. Not even stupid. That was a good little conversation. Mm-hmm. But it's the fucking Cowboys. They bring out the worst of us. We get off track.
See, but that's the point right there. That's why they're America's team, is because there's so much you can talk about right there. Mm-hmm. That kind of proves our point.
Yeah, I mean that's
fair.
That's why they draw the numbers they draw.
Yep.
Because you either want to see them win or you want to see them lose.
Yep.
Or what's going to happen. Last year was, oh man, I fully expected to see Jerry Jones walk down at halftime and just not see Jason Garrett.
He's gone.
I was literally texting during games yo, is this the first time we see someone fired mid-game?
Right.
Because this got to happen, right?
Yeah.